What it do, everybody? It's your boy King Crowder back again with another edition of History You May Not Know and Things That Are Not Taught in Detail for Show. Today's lesson is about a Waco icon, a Texas legend. If you have not heard from him and you are in the state of Texas, you should know who the great Doris Miller is. Born in Waco, Texas, October 12, 1919, the son of sharecroppers Conry and Henrietta Miller. Mr. Miller graduated from Moore High School in Waco, Texas. He was a star fullback and the third out of the four sons. He was forced to drop out of school because he needed to supplement income for his family. You must understand. So he did not officially graduate from his high school. He went there, later got a graduation degree due to his work and what he did. He supplemented his family because you got to understand he worked at a cooking and restaurant during the height of the Great Depression. His family's being sharecroppers and working on the crops. When the American economy took a downspin, he had to help his family and fulfill those obligations. Less than a month before his 20th birthday, Mr. Miller entered the United States Military Navy at a recruiting station where he had to relocate for training in Norfolk, Virginia. He was assigned to the USS West Virginia Seaman, where he played farming and football, and he had to grow up. Most people don't realize that Doris Miller had to establish himself right when Pearl Harbor happened. When Pearl Harbor was attacked on December 7th, 1941, Miller was doing laundry on the decks of the USS West Virginia. When the alarm called the ship in the battle station, Miller had to draw his magazine clip and a torpedo damaged the magazine. It physically short Miller because it had to hurry him and he was wounded by the attack. Miller grabbed a .50 caliber anti-rifle gun, which he had no training, and continued to shoot out the enemy all the way until the ammo was gone. During this attack, Miller and his Congress secretary went into the flagship, shooting down multiple people, handling and dying in his defense of his compadre. Mr. Miller sacrificed himself. Mr. Miller shot those Japanese ships, they realized at the time, trying to save people that were harmful, fleeing others, and making sure they were safe. He had to give up his life to ensure his other group mates were safe. Mr. Miller was a young man, didn't even get to see a older age, but as he attended, he used the minimal experience he had to ensure the black sailor crew and whites were safe. He shot down 2 out of the 5 planes. Most people don't know about it. It was verified in his autopsy that even though he was hit, he began to put fear to the side and shoot back against his industry. Doris Miller is an icon because he saved half of his crew. He shot down and did so in a heroic way. Following the Christmas of 1942, the family had to ship back his body where he began to get a proper burial rest. Doris Miller was an icon that had ship named after him, and a Waco YMCA in his town is named after Doris Miller. We must also understand that we have places in Houston, Texas, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and elementary schools and VA hospitals named after the Doris Miller Foundation. Mr. Miller sacrificed his life at the height of Pearl Harbor. We all know about Pearl Harbor could have been the worst attack if Doris Miller did not have the initiative to shoot back and shoot down those airplanes. Did you know that he had to sacrifice himself even though he wasn't trained? Did you know he did this at the height of when they had segregated parts of the military and naval bases? Did you know that he did this even though he was feared and scared for his life? He might not have been an active service member, but he called his charge and used his prior training to make sure that his families and friends at the Navy Academy were safe. Doris Miller, the ultimate soldier who sacrificed his life, who sacrificed what he believed in, what he thought America could be, and put his blood on the life for his future ancestors could be. The great Doris Miller, the icon from Waco, Texas, the Black American who stood to protect other Black Americans at the height of World War II, that many of us had no idea what he did to protect me and you. It's your boy King Crowder. I hope you learned something again. This one is about the Waco legend known as Doris Miller, what he did in World War II, what he did to protect his country. I want to highlight members and what they did, because a lot of the times we don't get talked about and emphasized. But legends like Doris Miller, we need to talk about them and what he brought to the table. This icon had so much services by giving his life up to protect his country. Did you know that? And do we service the people the way we do? Thank you to the service members who protect this country, keep us safe, and put our life on the line. Many black Americans, fathers, uncles, and people in the military serve this country and deserve the legacy taught and spoke about as much as others. It's your boy King Crowder checking out. Until next time, peace.